of his own pocket.
Even sweeter.
Yeah.
We'll get to your top headlines now. So right now on Good Morning Northwest, after half a century with no answers, investigators identify a Jane Doe who was found strangled to death in Yakima. We have how they were finally able to identify her.
A healthcare company is suing the state of Washington. This over a law intended to help protect sexual assault survivors. Details coming up.
And summer means water activities, but many people don't have the right life jackets for their families. We have why it's important to be properly fitted.
This morning, we're seeing clear skies and sunshine out there. I'll tell you if we can expect more of that for later today. That's going to be coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, July 3rd, and I am just waiting and fearing for that.
Fearing is right.
Triple
digits are apparently coming. We'll check in with our expert, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Josh, it's been heating up here. What are some of the big weather concerns for anyone heading outside today?
Yeah, well, there's going to be plenty of sunshine for today. It will be pretty toasty by the time we get to the peak of daytime heating. So we'll touch on that in a second. I did want to give a quick update on the Slide Ranch fire. This thing is now up to 90% containment, so we're almost there, but there is some very tough fire weather conditions on the way. Again, that live look, this view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. Plenty of sunshine out there this morning. We're in the 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, 50s and 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, and mid to upper 50s for the foothills of the Blues. Here's your coat cast for today. Again, this is an easy coat cast forecast, as no coat is going to be necessary, at least from 8 and beyond, as it's going to be plenty of t-shirt weather out there. We'll be pretty close to 90 degrees again within the Tri-Cities, which means we're going to be pretty seasonal. And that also means that, again, most of us will, even within the region, are going to end up near 90 degrees. And I'll show you how, of course, we're expecting that heat wave to set in. I'll show you how hot we're going to get, and I'll show you what that could do to fire weather impacts. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. After half a century without answers, authorities have finally identified a Jane Doe who was found strangled to death in a van parked outside a hardware store in Yakima back in 1977.
Over the past 47 years, authorities ran her fingerprints, dental records, and DNA profile through several national databases. But nothing worked until they tried forensic genetic genealogy. It's a technique that combines traditional genealogy research with DNA analysis.
It's also expensive and something the Yakima Police Department was able to do through a grant from the Washington State Attorney General's office. It's how authorities were able to identify the victim as 25-year-old Veretta John Gates, or Joni to her family.
Having a name is huge in finding out and figuring out who this person was. Call a profile of the victim to try to identify who they were with and who their killer might be.
Now, this is still an unsolved homicide with few details to go on. Police are now asking anyone who may have crossed her path in 1977 to reach out to them. A healthcare company is suing the state of Washington over a recent law intended to protect survivors of sexual assault.
Representative Gina Mossbrucker sponsored the law banning unofficial at-home sexual assault response kits. Opponents say these kits, which are sold over the counter, cannot be used as evidence in court. And in the aftermath of rape or sexual assault, survivors shouldn't be tricked into thinking they can collect evidence at home.
Lita Health is one of the companies that makes these kits. They've sued, saying everything in the kit is legal. So they say what the state is really doing is restricting Lita Health's free speech rights by banning them from marketing the package as sexual assault evidence collection kits. The company says it's hoping to offer survivors more options in the aftermath of a crime.
In fire news, crews in Toppenish were called back to a fire that reignited yesterday after starting Monday afternoon.
It reignited in the 600 block of Linden Street in Toppenish, not far from US 97. Yakima County Fire District 5, City of Toppenish Fire, and the Yakima Nation Fire Management fought the fire. Officials told our crew on the scene that it burned just over 4 acres and no structures are threatened at this time. Fire crews on the scene say the fire was human-caused and started near a known homeless encampment.
With the 4th of July celebrations nearly here and a heat wave coming this weekend, hitting the water across our region seems like a great idea.
But do you have everything you need? And is your life jacket the right fit? Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports how to make sure your family is ready for the water.
People who live in our region never need an excuse to get out on the water. But getting fit to be on the water takes more than just grabbing a life jacket and zipping it up. Scott Rapellis with Columbia Basin Dive and Rescue says life jackets aren't just for kids.
Everybody, and even adults. I'm 59 years old and I wear a life jacket still. So everybody out there in the water should have a life jacket on at all times.
But when it comes to life jackets, Rapellis says get the proper fit. That can mean all the difference.
You don't want the life jacket to float above your mouth, because if you do that, then you're going to float right here and you're still going to drown underneath the water. So this here doesn't go above her armpits, and that way when she's in the water, her head's going to be out of the water. So if you get ones for your kids thinking to grow into them, and they're real loose, they're going to float down the river with their head underneath the water and probably drown.
As to the right time to wear one, that's easy anytime you plan to be out on the water.
You could be walking on the outside of your boat, on the edge or whatnot, misstep and fall in. I said bump your head and you're going to go down to the bottom. So it's always a good idea when you're on the boat to have a life jacket. And when kids are near the shore, when they're younger, under 12 years old or so, they should have a life jacket on when they're just near the water, because they can wander off and accidentally get in over their heads and the parents don't notice it.
Another thing to keep in mind, if you are drinking alcohol while out on a boat, make sure to have a sober skipper. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
Here's another good idea. Assign people to take shifts in watching any children that may join you for the celebration. And when it comes to water, things can change in an instant. And straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the FDA has officially approved a new medicine to help treat Alzheimer's.
And it comes with a hefty price tag. We've got the details on how much coming up in your health headlines.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Need a new furry pal? It's Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now. Each Wednesday, we'll feature lovable pets from area shelters wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pie gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Criminal illegals flooding our southern border and fentanyl flooding our streets. But Dan Newhouse has a plan to fight back. Stop illegal immigration, secure the border, and seize illegal fentanyl.
We need to keep pushing hard, working hard to stop the illegal flow of people and the illegal flow of drugs.
Call Congressman Newhouse and tell him to keep fighting to stop the illegal flow of people and drugs at the southern border.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Tri-Q Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dam Plaza.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest and your health headlines. The FDA has officially approved a new medication to treat Alzheimer's disease.
The medication is a monoclonal antibody created by Eli Lilly. It's called donanemab. And last month, a panel of FDA advisors agreed that the medication was safe and works to help slow the progression of Alzheimer's.
It won't be cheap, though. A 6-month course will cost more than $12,000. And if you need a full year of treatment, it'll cost about $32,000.
A potentially harmful additive found in sodas and some other food products is getting banned by the FDA. It's called brominated vegetable oil, or BVO, and according to the FDA, it keeps citrus flavoring from floating to the top of beverages, but it could also affect your health.
The nonprofit and research group Environmental Working Group says BVO can build up in your body, causing headaches, skin problems, and loss of muscle coordination. The FDA's ban is set to take effect on August 2nd, but companies have 1 year after that date to reformulate their products. Turning to consumer news now and the cost of that July 4th gathering. So according to the American Farm Bureau's 4th of July Market Basket Survey, the cost to host a barbecue is up 5% from last year.
Yeah, that price is 30% higher from 5 years ago. The survey says to host a group of 10 people this year will cost a little over $71 for the celebration. In 2023, that number was under $70 for the same amount.
The most expensive part of those gatherings are the meats you'll be grilling, but bread, milk, and other side items are also priced higher compared to last year.
Well, if you're hitting the road today for the 4th of July holiday, there is some good news about gas prices.
Finally, some good news. Well, the national average for a gallon of regular gas was $3.50 on Tuesday, and according to AAA and Gas Buddy, it's expected to drop by 1 cent by Thursday.
And that would make the price of the pump the cheapest on Independence Day in 3 years. Last year, the price was a few cents higher, and in 2022, gas prices were at the most expensive at $4.79.
Don't remind me about that. Well, here in Washington, gas prices tend to be higher than the national average, and the average cost of a gallon of regular in Yakima County is $4. In Benton and Franklin counties, it's a little more at $4.15, and in Walla Walla, it's over $4.50.
So still pretty expensive over there. Well, we're also waiting to see what impact Hurricane Beryl will have on gas prices, because the hurricane could disrupt Gulf Coast oil refineries.
And Jill, do you have any plans or set plans for July 4th?
I think I want to go check out the Grand Old Fourth in Pasco.
Ooh,
so that might be
fun.
something to do.
I think my plans will be during the weekend and staying out of that heat,
yes,
which we'll talk
definitely.
about later on. Well, up next on Good Morning Northwest, the WNBA announces who will be joining the 2024 All-Star team. We have why these picks are making history.
But first, Josh Culberth will have your First Alert full forecast. We'll be right back.
It's the big 4th of July sale this week at Walker's.
With big discounts on all your favorite name brand furniture items. Or pay for it over time with no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
It's 1,000 miles from here. Our open southern border is costing us billions and bringing deadly drugs into our communities. The rich are doing just fine, but working families are struggling. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message because even though the political establishment told me to wait my turn, I'm running for Congress now to secure the border and lower the cost of living. because Washington families can't afford to wait any longer.
This season, we've got 2 celebrity contestants in the hot seat working to win big money for charity. The most dramatic hour of 3 people sitting on stools in the history of American television.
Jimmy Kimmel host, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, July 10th on ABC.
Apple Valley News Now, recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. We all like awards, but our mission is to serve you with news that gets results. We are Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next live, Deborah shows up from That 90s Show. Plus, Live's Festive 4th Week continues.
I gotta tell you, it's gonna be an exciting show.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
TriQ Credit Union C3 Slam. It all happens July 13th and 14th at John Dan Plaza.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. Plenty of sunshine this morning, plenty of blue skies out there, and the temperatures once again are pretty comfortable. Now, maybe a little bit more on the crisp side for Kittitas and Yakima valleys as we're in the 50s there, but 50s and 60s for the lower Columbia Basin, also some 50s, mid to upper 50s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. So for today, it's going to be another seasonal day. It's going to be another sunny day, as we'll end up being in the 80s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, flirting with 90 again for the lower Columbia Basin, and then 80s for the foothills of the Blues. Winds will be a little breezy today, especially for Kittitas and Yakima valleys, as they could gust out of the north and west upwards of 35 miles per hour. Of course, the fastest wind gusts being in the Kittitas Valley. And then for tonight, the winds will calm down for the Yakima Valley, but for the Kittitas Valley, they could still gust upwards of 30 miles per hour. Skies will continue to be clear, and overnight lows pretty much across the board should be in the 50s. 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, same thing with the lower Columbia Basin, and the same thing with the foothills of the Blue Mountains. We'll keep things pretty dry over the next 7 days, but there is a little chance of a thunderstorm for Tuesday. This is still several days out, so this is subject to change, but this could mean some trouble, especially given this trouble that we're starting to feel more confident now that we're going to have a dangerous heat wave set up from Friday and beyond. At least look at Tuesday, starting to get a little too close for comfort to 110 degrees. Very dangerous stuff. We encourage all of you to exercise not only heat safety, but extreme fire safety. Now we're going to take things back to Thursday tomorrow, as we do have a first alert high impact fire day, and that is unfortunate timing. It's the 4th. People are going to be shooting off fireworks, so keep this in the back of your mind in Kittitas and Yakima counties, as the fire fuel energy is going to be in the 76th percentile compared to historical values. And then into Friday, a much hotter day, another first alert high impact fire day, this time not just for Kittitas and Yakima counties, but also for the Blue Mountains. Fire fuel energy getting now up into the 84th percentile, and then for the Blue Mountains up into the 80th percentile. And I must say, as we head into this weekend and into the beginning of next week, these values go way up, but we have to take this 1 or 2 days at a time. So we're really honing in on the 4th and the 5th, because we know people are probably going to be shooting fireworks out there. Here is a 7-day forecast for the Cascades. Highs rising up into the mid-80s by Sunday. And then for the Kittitas Valley, triple digits Saturday and beyond. Very hot stuff. Then for the Yakima Valley, a dangerous stretch of heat from Friday and beyond. Also a dangerous stretch of fire weather. And then for the lower basin, again, trending closer to 110 by next Tuesday. For the foothills of the Blues, reaching 100 by Sunday and Monday. And then for the Blue Mountains, we'll be watching next week's thunderstorm chance very closely, especially with the dry fuels and especially with those hot conditions.
Thank you, Josh. And check out this next story. It's pretty funny. So Boston's mass transit agency, their train system, has listened to its riders.
That's right. Anyone who rides a train or trolley in the city might see this. Yes, those are googly eyes.
That's too cute. So an organized campaign asked the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority to install them.
They are so cute, I agree. The agency looked into it and says it found a way to safely apply them. So if you're lucky, you might see a train or trolley looking back at you.
But you'll also have to be eagle-eyed. The MBTA put googly eyes on only 5 of the trains, and the agency says it hopes to bring moments of joy to riders, and it's certainly bringing me joy.
Me too. I think that would be fun to try and spot those.
It'd be fun to put googly eyes on a lot of things, like maybe right here. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Googly eyes, it just brightens people's day, right?
It does. I love googly eyes.
Well, the WNBA has announced rookies Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese will be joining the 2024 All-Star team. Clark, a recent first-round draft pick for the Indiana Fever, will now play alongside Reese, who plays for the Chicago Sky.
This is the first time since 2014 that 2 rookies were named All-Stars in the same season. Team WNBA will take on the USA Basketball Women's National Team in Phoenix on July 20th. And this is the second time the All-Star game will feature the USA Basketball versus Team WNBA format. Also, Paramount Studios is close to a merger deal with Skydance Media. According to officials, the decision to merge comes after negotiations started in April.
Paramount is the parent company of CBS, MTV, and Nickelodeon. Skydance is an up-and-coming movie studio who helped produce the movie Top Gun: Maverick. If the merger is approved by a special committee of Paramount's board of directors, the 2 media companies will become a new giant in Hollywood.
Paramount has struggled with the decline of cable TV and is about $14 million in debt. Instead, the new company will be supported by big money investors from a private equity firm.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we meet a sweet husky pit bull named Styx, who is up for adoption.
And just look at that face. So when we come back, we'll hear more about Styx's personality and to see if he'll be a good fit for you. Keep it right here.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
If you would like to improve your sleep for less, then right now is the perfect time to visit Walker's Furniture for their 4th of July savings event, where you can get no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years this week at Walker's.
Hot tubs, hot tub, hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Hey, Tri-Cities, it's Eric the Peanut Guy with your Tri-City Dust Devils. Happy birthday, USA! What's more American than baseball, apple pie, and fireworks? Your Dust Devils have them all. Come celebrate our independence a day early on Wednesday, July 3rd, as we play ball and light up the sky above the Tri with post-game fireworks, brought to you by McCacken Electric. America! Visit the official ticket site at DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It will blow you away.
Welcome to Premier Woodworks, your premier source for custom cabinetry and full-service interior design. Our custom designs are brought to life with 3D images to help you visualize the final result. Our high-quality cabinetry is crafted with care and attention to detail. From kitchen and bath design to remodel project management, we're here to make your dream space a reality. Premier Woodworks, located at 109 North Washington Street in Kennewick.
Why buy a mattress from Mattress Depot USA?
Low prices.
Every day, we beat any competitor's price.
Selection?
All sizes and brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Customer service.
Our sleep specialists average 10 years in the industry. Check out our reviews.
Comfort guarantee?
120 nights worth.
Same-day delivery.
Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Local?
Born here, live here.
Come see us today.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
It's Wednesday, and that means it's time to meet another furry pal that's up for adoption through Operation Best Friend.
And this month, we're featuring Mikey's Chance, and today the shelter is introducing us to Sticks. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Debbie Montgomery with Mikey's Chance Canine Rescue, and I'm here today with my good friend Sticks. He's my foster dog. He's 2 years old, and he's been with us since he and his brother had parvo, and they were saved by our special parvo person, and now he's looking for his forever home. He's a Husky Pit Bull mix. He's the sweetest guy. He loves everyone. He's made friends with everyone when he's come in here to the station, and he'd love to be in your family. He loves treats, but he's not real aggressive. He'll take them very gently out of your hand. He loves belly rubs. He'll just roll right over and let you rub his belly here as on demand. On demand, yeah, you want your belly rubbed? Anyway, he's pretty laid back for a big boy. He likes his walks. He's good on a leash. He's good. I have another foster dog at home, and they just romp and play the whole time. And he's great with children. When I take him to adoption events, kids come up and just pet him, and he just loves it. And in fact, he'll roll over on his back, and they scratch his belly. But kids that are dog savvy and know how to treat a dog well, he'd be super. He'd be super. In fact, I think I just live by myself, so it's him and me and the other foster dog, and I think it'd be good for him to have some kids in his family. But if you adopt Sticks, you get a $50 gift certificate from Paws Natural Pet Emporium that's over there on Gage. And in fact, we're gonna be there Saturday with some of our dogs. If you wanna meet Sticks or his foster sister Loxley or any of the other dogs, you can come to Paws Natural Pet Emporium from 11 to 1 this Saturday.
Aw, Sticks is so sweet. And I hear that Sticks doesn't actually play with sticks.
I think he might be named after the band.
Okay.
That's a band, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know, it's spelled differently.
Yeah, I think it's spelled that way, the band.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
We'll find out later.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, if you're a dog owner, you know there's currently only one dog park throughout all of the Tri-Cities, but that's about to change. When we come back, we'll tell you all about the new dog park opening up in Kennewick.
Plus, a new law set to go into effect in Idaho has people rallying outside libraries showing their opposition. After the break, we'll tell you what the new law is and why it's causing a stir.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Pick up a copy in-store or at any local Buy Mart. Georgia Boot Romeos are $15 off. All bagged soil and fertilizers are 25% off. Save $5 on Purina Pro Plan 30-pound and up dog food. Plus, we're honoring our active military and veterans with 15% off July 2nd through the 4th. Save more with our latest mailer at Cascade Farm and Outdoor. Northwest. Homegrown. Honest values.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Let Quantum Legal protect you and be your champion on the legal battleground.
Whether it's a fight for justice in the face of criminal accusations, personal injury claims, or workplace accidents, Quantum Legal is your unwavering ally. An aggressive offense is your greatest defense. Quantum Legal is the sword and shield you've been seeking. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
Right now in Good Morning Northwest, fireworks can be detrimental to those dealing with PTSD, like our veterans. We hear from Sark and Richland on the best way to handle those triggers these next couple of days.
A new law in Idaho that allows anyone to ask for a book to be reviewed or removed if they think it's harmful to children had people rallying outside libraries this week. Coming up, we hear from people on both sides of the issue.
Also, a new dog park opens up in Kennewick, bringing the grand total of dog parks in the Tri-Cities to 2. We tell you what's different about this one.
And this morning is shaping up to be a beautiful one. I'll show you what later today is going to look like, how warm will be. That's going to be coming up.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Wednesday, July 3rd. We're just 1 day away from that holiday.
From the holiday, from really hot temperatures.
I'm not sure the heat's coming really quickly too.
Triple-digit heat. I'm not exactly sure when that's coming, but we'll check in now with our expert, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Josh, what are we expecting as we're waking up this morning?
Well, we're expecting good temperatures for now, but yes, triple-digit heat. And I feel like once it starts getting up towards 110, you know, there should be another name for that. Like not triple digits, but like triple digit 0.5 or something like that, because that really underscores how hot it's going to be as we head into the week and especially into the beginning of next week. But for right now, comfortable temperatures, 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. We are right around 60, if not a little bit warmer than that at times for the lower Columbia Basin, and then mid to upper 50s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities, up around 90 degrees by the peak of daytime heating. So that'll put us right about at average for the 3rd day of July. So for today, most of us, at least on this graphic, falling between 85 and 90 degrees. But of course, like I said, we got triple digits on the way, if not more than that. Also some very tough fire weather conditions on the way. So I'll break down all of that as we head into the holiday. It's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Currently, there's only one dog park in all of the Tri-Cities, but that's soon about to change.
The city of Kennewick will soon be getting a dog park. The new park will be right near the Playground of Dreams on the opposite side of the fishing pond at Columbia Park. The city says the new park will be 3.25 acres in size.
Most dog parks that you'll see have a couple of different sections. So, for example, the one over in Richland, you have a couple of different sections for large dogs, and then also a couple of different sections for small dogs. It'll be very similar to that. The bathroom, we'll have a parking lot, of course. The area that we're doing it at hasn't had a lot of maintenance done in the last few years. So we're going to get up and we're bring our tree contactor in and get the trees cleaned up.
As of now, the park is set to be open by the end of this year, and construction will start at the end of the summer. The city does need some more sponsorship funding, but that's close to being finalized. And yesterday, we told you the historic Kennewick business, Farmers Exchange, had closed up shop.
Now we've learned when the business is planning to hold a liquidation sale. According to a Facebook post from the business, that sale is starting today from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
The liquidation sale will continue through the rest of the week, closing early on the 4th, that's tomorrow, and they're clearing everything out. So nursery plants will be 75% off, and everything else will be 40% off.
There are plenty of fireworks shows around our region to enjoy, and while you may be buying your own fireworks to set off, it is important to take note of where you plan on doing it.
While some counties or cities allow fireworks, fireworks can also be triggers for those dealing with post-traumatic stress, especially our veterans. Combat veterans who have returned home to civilian life can often find themselves struggling when it comes to fireworks celebrations.
Anna Hahn, a clinical director with SARC in Richland, says for veterans who are worried about symptoms this time of year, there is something they can do.
Have those headphones ready to have a movie to watch or some music to listen to or someone to talk to let your support people know that you may need them that night and to be there. The support people can model the breathing with them, talk to them softly through what they're experiencing.
Hahn recommends anyone struggling with PTSD symptoms at this time of year find at least one person to reach out to. Don't just depend on your pets or service animals to give you comfort or distraction. Well, July is often the start date for new state laws that don't take effect at the beginning of the new year. In Idaho, new restrictions on libraries have people split.
People rallied outside libraries this week, showing their opposition to a new law that lets anyone ask for a book to be reviewed or removed if they think it's harmful to children. So who decides what's harmful? That's one of the many lingering questions about what this law means for Idaho, with opponents saying they're concerned about censorship and the lawsuits that libraries could face if they don't comply.
But advocates say they feel better about letting children roam the library if they know that the material is restricted.
I don't think that it's ever okay for anything sexualized to be given to kids that are under the age of, say, 13. And I think that the parents should be the ones to determine whether or not they want their children to see those books. And if the parents want their kids to see those books, Amazon's available or the adult section is available.
These libraries are educated professionals. They don't need to be putting up with ideology. That's an infringement of my freedom and my tax dollars to go to fight those fines. Our libraries can potentially be fined to not comply with those requests.
Some Idaho libraries have implemented age limits in response to the new law. Others are requiring parents to sign waivers in order to allow children inside. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, it's a win for mental health as Astoria Toppenish Hospital broke ground on a new behavioral health unit.
They've nearly doubled the size for patient capacity. Riley Fitzgerald is in next with that report. Stay with us.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps.
Allen Brecky Law Offices recruits and trains only the best. For over 30 years, Allen Brecky Law Offices has been working for your rights. Call 735-0546 to find out what your rights are under the law. They're waiting to help you.
We want to present a $1,000 check to you for all your hard work that you've been doing. Paul Roberts has been volunteering with Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity for about 30 years.
To nominate someone, click on Volunteers Count at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Next ET.
Sky's the limit, no rules.
Rihanna never before seen interviews from her showbiz start to her life as a mom. It's a special ET Vault Unlocked.
It's so good.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
Save through July 4th with hot buys in Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including buy 2 Pepsi or 7-Up brand 12-packs and get 2 free. Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
It's the big 4th of July sale this week at Walker's.
With big discounts on all your favorite name brand furniture items. Or pay for it over time with no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
This week at Walker's.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Statistics show most traffic accidents happen a short distance from home, so stay alert and buckle up for safety. But if you get injured, call Alan Brecky Law Offices. Call 735-0546. They're waiting to help you.
Apple Valley News Now, recently honored by the Society of Professional Journalists with first place awards for general excellence, breaking news, health reporting, and video series. We all like awards, but our mission is to serve you with news that gets results. We're Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next live, Deborah Jo Rupp from That 90s Show. Plus, Live's Best of Fourth Week continues.
I gotta tell you, it's gonna be an exciting show.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In a continued commitment to providing resources for mental health care needs in the state, Astrea-Toppenish Hospital broke ground on a new behavioral health unit.
Riley Fitzgerald has those details on the new unit that's nearly doubled its capacity for behavioral health patients.
Good morning. This right here is where an additional 14 beds, creating a total of 29, will be added to increase local behavioral health services in central Washington. It's estimated that with this expansion, the team will be able to serve an additional 157 psychiatric patients per year.
So we serve the chronically mentally ill patients, and they primarily have a schizophrenia, but secondarily they have bipolar disorder, and their need for a longer-term stay to stabilize. Almost all of them struggle with substance abuse issues as well.
Astrea-Toppenish Hospital's program serves patients from across the state, providing long-term intensive inpatient psychiatric care. The goal is to help people to stabilize and develop coping skills to manage symptoms safely upon release.
We see about 75 to 80 patients a year in our current unit, and that will double, obviously, as we open our new unit. And that's because they're 90 to 180-day stays.
And Kathy Bambrick, hospital administrator, says the hospital team is ready for the expansion.
As a testament to how well it's put together and the quality and safety that are in place every day for our patients, Department of Health and the Joint Commission both came and surveyed our behavioral health unit, and they found no findings. And the Joint Commission told us that it's been 10 years since they saw one that was run as well as ours. And so we are exceptionally proud of it. We are ready to double in size.
Along with the addition, the team is also completely renovating the current unit built in the 1960s.
Our facilities might be a little bit on the old side in our current unit, but after we remodel, it'll be state-of-the-art with indoor and outdoor spaces for our patients so they can really have a healing environment, which is incredibly important for the chronically mentally ill population.
Kathy Bambrick says now that ground has been broken, it's estimated the project will be completed by early fall 2025. Reporting in Toppenish, I'm Riley Fitzgerald for Good Morning Northwest.
And according to the hospital, 100% of the required $13.1 million have been secured to complete the unit.
Funding came from 5 grants from the Washington State Department of Commerce and federal appropriations led by Representative Dan Newhouse and State Senator Maria Cantwell.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we could be seeing triple-digit temperatures soon, but just how soon and how hot?
Chief Meteorologist Josh Culberth has those answers in your First Alert Full Forecast. That's up next.
During our Patriot Sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like a Sealy Queen mattress for $3.99.
Come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot Sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Hapo Center, Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Hapo Center, Pasco. Free admission, free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
When it comes to your health, timing is everything. Health First Urgent Care is your reliable healthcare solution, locally owned and operated, providing care to our community. With locations in Pasco and Richland, we're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. No need to wait in long lines or rush to the ER for minor concerns. At Health First Urgent Care, we've got you covered with on-site x-rays and short wait times. Your health is our priority. Walk-ins are welcome. You can get the care you need when you need it. Health First Urgent Care, because your well-being comes first.
These are real people seeking solutions to real problems.
I have plantar fasciitis.
Pain with my feet, my knees.
Feet, knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I definitely feel the heel-to-toe walk.
I'm not feeling any pain, especially in my heel. That's where I always feel it.
I don't feel the knee pain.
I didn't notice any pain in my back.
I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Celebrate Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone. Food truck alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Giza Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
Visit us at our new urban wine bar in historic downtown Kennewick. Choose from a variety of wines and food from our expanded menu. Enjoy time with friends old and new. After hours with riverfront views from our shaded patio, we are Murray Gaston Wine Bar.
Bikes, pancakes, a parade, the cardboard regatta, fireworks, and so much more as Apple Valley News Now welcomes Pasco's grand old 4th of July celebration. Get more information at pascogeo4.com, and we'll see you at Pasco's grand old 4th of July.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking another live look at the Dust Devils Stadium. Plenty of blue skies and lots of sunshine already this morning in Pasco. We're in the 50s right now for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, 60s for the Lower Columbia Basin, and a mixture of 50s and 60s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. A little bit later today, it's going to be another seasonal and sunny day as highs will be in the 80s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys, near 90 for the Lower Columbia Basin, and low to mid 80s for the foothills of the Blues. We could have some breezes today, gusting out of the north and west between 20 to 35 miles per hour, the fastest wind gust being in the Kittitas Valley. And then for tonight, the winds will calm down for the Yakima Valley, but they could still gust upwards of 30 miles per hour for the Kittitas Valley. Other than that, clear skies and overnight lows will resemble what we have for this morning, with 50s for the Kittitas and Yakima Valleys. Will be in the mid to upper 50s for the Lower Columbia Basin, and it's going to be the same thing for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. Okay, so we keep things mostly dry over the next 7 days. There is this little thunderstorm chance for Tuesday we're keeping a very close eye on because our fuels are going to be pretty dry by that point because of this. This is one of the biggest stories over these next 7 days. The very hot temperatures, the oppressively hot temperatures we could have, especially, well, really Friday and beyond is looking pretty toasty. But look at this, Monday, Tuesday starting to get dangerously close to 110 in the Tri-Cities. And the heat alone is dangerous enough, but you add in how dry some of the fire fuels are going to be, and it makes it that much more dangerous as we're going with the first alert high impact fire day for tomorrow for Kittitas and Yakima counties. Yes, on the 4th, as fire fuel energy is going to be up into the 76th percentile based on historical values. That would be for Kittitas and Yakima counties. Please exercise a lot of vigilance if you do shoot off fireworks, although I would highly recommend against it if you're not a certified professional. Then into Friday, we also have a first alert high impact fire day, this time for Kittitas and Yakima counties, but in addition to the Blue Mountains as well. We're going to be even hotter by then. Fire fuel energy getting into the 84th percentile now for Kittitas and Yakima counties. up into the 80th percentile for the Blue Mountains. And some of the numbers that we're looking at for this weekend and into the beginning of next week are looking very concerning in terms of fire fuel energy, but we have to take this 1 or 2 days at a time, especially with this, of course, being a firework holiday. Okay, here's the 7-day forecast for the Cascades. Highs rising up into the mid-80s by Sunday. And then for the Kittitas Valley, we're looking at triple digits for Saturday and beyond. For the Yakima Valley, a dangerous stretch of heat from Friday and beyond. And of course, for the lower Columbia Basin, trending closer to 110 by next Tuesday. So very dangerous stuff, not only when it comes to the heat, but also when it comes to fire safety. So you have to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to both. Then for the foothills of the Blues, we'll be likely reaching 100 by Sunday and Monday, although we'll be pretty close to that for Saturday. And of course, the heat is really on by Tuesday. And then for the Blue Mountains, we'll be watching next week's thunderstorm chance very closely, especially given the very dry fuels that we'll have in the Blue Mountains by the middle of next week.
Thank you, Josh. In weather news across the world, Hurricane Beryl continues to devastate the Caribbean today.
While this storm isn't currently hitting the United States, it's already impacting Americans. Cruise companies are rerouting some ships to avoid the hurricane, and other tourists are hunkering down or getting out. Meanwhile, experts predict Beryl could increase the cost of U.S. gas by 5 to 10 cents a gallon over the next week.
That's because it might disrupt Gulf Coast oil refineries. Officials are warning Texans they might eventually be in the storm's path, but it would likely be weaker by then.
Right now, Jamaica is preparing for the hurricane to hit. This week, Beryl became the earliest ever Cat 5 hurricane in the Atlantic Basin, fueled by record high ocean temperatures.
The director of the Meteorological Services branch with Jamaica's Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation says there's a lot of anxiety ahead of the storm's arrival. An island-wide curfew is in effect today from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to keep people safe while the storm passes through. And don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast.
First, a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, 4th of July sales. Save up to 70% off with Wayfair's 4th of July clearance. For the country's big day, many retailers offering sales, from outdoor furniture to barbecue staples.
We're already seeing sales on grills, gear for backyard entertaining.
And with Amazon Prime Day right around the corner.
Ooh, Prime Day is July 16th and the 17th?
Experts say this summer there are more big ways you can save.
We're seeing sales launched by retailers that are competing with Amazon, like Walmart and Target. There are just a lot of players in the space making a lot of noise.
Coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the deals you should look out for to make your 4th of July celebration sparkle, and ways you can save all summer long. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
When you have moderate to severe eczema, it's okay to show off. With Dupixent, show off your clearer skin and less itch. Because you have plenty of reasons to show off your skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, you can stay ahead of your eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your skin from within. Many adults saw 90% clearer skin. Some even achieved long-lasting clearer skin and fast itch relief after first dose. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Now, the morning sprint.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:51.
We're going to get to your first alert forecast in a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories.
Starting off, investigators have finally identified a Jane Doe who was found strangled to death in a van parked outside a hardware store in Yakima back in 1977.
Authorities ran her fingerprints, dental records, and DNA profile through several national databases, but nothing worked until they tried forensic genetic genealogy. It's a technique that combines traditional genealogy research with DNA analysis. this. But it's also expensive and something the Yakima Police Department was able to do through a grant from the Washington State Attorney General's office. It's how authorities were able to identify the victim as 25-year-old Veretta John Gates, or Joni, to her family. It's still an unsolved homicide with few details to go on. Police are now asking anyone who may have crossed her path in 1977 to reach out to them.
A healthcare company is suing the state of Washington over a recent law that's intended to protect survivors of sexual assault. Representative Gina Mossbrucker sponsored the law banning unofficial at-home sexual assault response kits. Opponents say these kits, which are sold over the counter, can't be used as evidence in court. Opponents also say in the aftermath of rape or sexual assault, survivors shouldn't be tricked into thinking they can collect evidence at home. Leda Health, one of the companies that makes these kits, has sued, saying everything in the kit is legal. They say the state is restricting Leda Health's free speech rights by banning them from marketing the package as a sexual assault evidence collection kit. The company says it's hoping to offer survivors more options in the aftermath of a crime.
Fire crews in Toppenish were called back to a fire that reignited after starting Monday afternoon. It reignited yesterday in the 600 block of Linden Street in Toppenish, not far from US 97. Yakima County Fire District 5, City of Toppenish Fire, and the Yakima Nation Fire Management fought the fire. Officials told our crew on the scene that it burned just over 4 acres. No structures were threatened. Fire crews at the scene say the fire was human-caused and started near a known homeless encampment.
And there are plenty of fireworks shows around our region to enjoy, but while some counties or cities allow fireworks, fireworks can be triggers for those dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, especially our veterans. Combat veterans who have returned home can often find themselves struggling when it comes to fireworks celebrations. Anna Hahn, a clinical director with SARC in Richland, recommends anybody struggling with PTSD symptoms at this time of year to find at least one person to reach out to. Don't just rely on your pets for comfort. She also says to have headphones ready to watch a movie or listen to music.
A new Idaho law that puts restrictions on libraries have people split. People rallied outside libraries this week, showing their opposition to the new law that lets anyone ask for a book to be reviewed or removed if they think it's harmful to children. Opponents say they're concerned about censorship and the lawsuit that libraries could face if they don't comply. But advocates say they feel better about letting children roam the library if they know that material is restricted. Some Idaho libraries have implemented age limits in response to the new law. Others are requiring parents to sign waivers in order to allow children inside.
The city of Kennewick will soon be getting a dog park. The new park will be right near the Playground of Dreams on the opposite side of the fishing pond at Columbia Park. The city says the new park will be 3.25 acres in size. As of now, the park is set to be open by the end of this year, and construction will start at the end of the summer. The city does need some more sponsorship funding, but that's close to being finalized.
The historic Kennewick Business Farmers Exchange has closed up shop. Now we've learned when the business is planning to hold a liquidation sale. According to a Facebook post from the business, that sale is starting today from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The liquidation sale will continue through the rest of the week, but closing early on the 4th. They're planning to clear everything out with discounts on all items.
And now we'll check back in with Josh for a final look at your first alert forecast this morning. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Jessica. It is feeling pretty nice out there, a little bit on the crisp side in the Kittitas and Yakima valleys with 50s, a tad warmer for the lower Columbia Basin with mid to upper 60s. Then we're seeing a mixture of 50s and 60s for the foothills of the Blue Mountains. A little bit later today, we're going to have highs that'll end up being around 90 degrees within the Tri-City, so another day where it's going to feel pretty seasonal out there. Plenty of sunshine if you're going to be working outside for an extended period of time. Of course, pack the water and pack the sunscreen. Of course, that's just another look at that. And as we head into tomorrow, the 4th of July, of course, it is a big firework holiday. But I want to keep in mind, I want all of us to keep in mind that it's a first alert, high impact fire day, especially for Kittitas and Yakima counties, as the fire fuel energy could be up into the 76th percentile. And of course, we're tracking another bout of some very tough fire weather for Friday as well, as we'll turn even hotter and the fuels could be even drier. So we want everyone to be on their P's and Q's when it comes to fire safety. Also when it comes to heat safety as well, as the high temperatures are going to be surging into the triple digits, if not into the 110s by the time we get to next week.
Thank you, Josh, and thank you for waking up with us and watching Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next.
Your local news is back tonight at 5, and you can always find the latest updates on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Have a wonderful Wednesday.